Gotta love internet.
How you doing?
Good.
Good. So Sheila is with EXP in Michigan, but she had like a really extraordinary thing happen to her this year, and so I'd like her to share her journey of being your. This is like your first year in real estate, your first full year.
Yeah.
Was
So
2020, right?
yes, 2020 was my very first year, and then got to get interrupted by a phone call right there. Yeah, 2020 was my very first full year in real estate. And in the beginning, Jen was with me. She was trying to mentor me, and it was a struggle. I have to say there was a lot of tears shed and grumpiness, and my husband probably thought about divorcing me 100 times over. But you know, I had to figure out for myself the mind shift that I needed to make. I worked in the corporate world for 30 years, and you get up. It's almost a program. You get up, you go to work, you do what you got to do for 30, for a 40-hour week, and you come home and you get paid, and and then when you get home, you're able to do stuff at home. So when I first started to be a real estate agent, I felt like I had to work all the time. I just got to work. I got to work all the time. Oh my God, I got to, just like you did when you go to work, but you don't,
Right.
and when I was setting up what I wanted to do, how many deals I wanted to make, you set on me some goals to reach, right? And that was a good thing for me. It was, because it got my mind shift going too on what do I need to do for real estate? How many deals do I need to have done? And
Right.
so now, here at the end of my very first year, starting into my second year, I had 10 deals that I did last year, and honestly, most of them were listings, and it was just a mind shift that really needed to happen for me, that I just have to just let it happen. I do have to do the work, but I have to let it happen, and really not be hard on myself.
Exactly. And I think you said some really important things. So, one of them is going from an employee mentality to an entrepreneur. I
Yes.
mean, that's what happened to you. And it is a totally different mindset. And I think one important thing that people need to know is that you had to break down pretty hard and quite a few times before you had your breakthrough.
Yes.
But if people knew you 8 months ago, and they see you now, they'll be like, dang, you're just a lot more peaceful. You're a lot calmer. You have confidence. Like, it's amazing. So,
Yes.
congratulations to you. That's really good.
Thank you. It takes being in the business, and you have to, they talk about the failure that the real estate agent does. And
Oh, yeah.
it's a tough business. When you get your license, you think that's the toughest part of it. It's not.
Nope.
It's really not the toughest part. The toughest part, honestly, is the mindset, the mind change, and pushing yourself on a daily basis to work, not killing yourself, not like, oh my God, I have to work 40-hour week, but just pushing yourself and getting it done, and sticking with it, even though it's hard. Because there's many times that I was like, I told myself, and I said, this, I'm gonna fail. I'm just gonna fail.
You kept saying that all the time, like you were wishing it to happen.
I know.
Look at you now.
And yeah, and I feel going into my second year, I mean, it's looking amazing. I'll probably have 10 deals by July.
Oh my God.
And
of course.
Yeah, and so I'm very grateful for you, for EXP, for my husband, most of all,
Right.
That he stuck with me through it all. But everybody has had a piece in my life that has helped me to get where I needed to be. And so I'm very grateful for everybody for that.
I have two questions for you. So, is there something that you can point to that can help others where you realized, like, it's my mindset? Because it's not like nobody told you that, right? But like, when did you realize it? And then part two of that is, how do you keep your mindset positive now?
Those are tough questions. I still struggle with mindset. It's not as bad as it was. My husband will tell you, especially when there are deals going, I'm like, if I have a listing and it hasn't sold in 2 weeks, I'm like, oh my God.
For like 2 hours.
Yeah, all right, or 2 hours, but it's about the work, I'm in it for hard work and things like that. So those are the times where it's like not easy, but that's when the work comes in. That's, listing is the easy part, marketing and getting, doing your job is that's the other part. But the mindset, I think, is always a tough thing. And it's always a thing that you're going to deal with.
It's ongoing.
Yeah.
Right. It never ends.
Right. And I think that I'll always deal with that. But the biggest thing I would say that changed my mindset is just continuing to learn from different agents. Yeah. If I could point to the one thing that I did that helped me change my mindset would be to connect with other agents, talk with them on Zoom, learn from them. Don't just stick with one person. Listen to Toe to Toe, Fight Club podcast. Listen to Ricky Carruth. Listen to Barino. Listen to those other agents, because you're going to get bits and pieces that resonate with you from them, and they're going to change your mind. And that was probably the single most thing that helped me out in my mindset.
Exactly. I think it's really cool too how you really just broke through, because it was so easy to just give up, and you were like, I'm not going to give up. And now it's like, I bet you last year seemed like that person, that Sheila, was like, who is that? Right? Like, you're like, I don't even remember being that person.
No, I can tell you, I have more confidence now in myself. In my abilities and what I can help people with, not just buyers and sellers, but other agents, and family members and things like that. I've never experienced this level of confidence before, and I'm so awesome. I can't even believe it. So
it's exuding. I love it. Good job. I'm so proud of you.
For everything.
You're welcome. Now, if people do have a referral in Michigan, what's the best way to get a hold of you?
Actually, if you look at that number right there, 586, this one, 586-713-6464, or they can email me or go to my website. You can mostly by my phone. I always have my phone on me. So
of course. Good job. You answer too.
And I answer all the time.
Awesome. Well, congratulations. Thank you for being on. I know that your story is going to help a lot of people and give them the confidence that they need to push through.
Well, I'm grateful for you, Jen. I'm really always grateful for you. Thank you.
Of course, my pleasure. Bye, Sheila.